Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here at launch for Mando Season 3. Really big fan of what they've done with The Mandalorian so far, and so I'm excited for Season 3. Seasons 1 and 2 I thought were pretty great. I liked Season 1 a lot, and then Season 2 was pretty good. Book of Boba Fett was... well, I got a video about Book of Boba Fett. Go check that out. But yeah, I think the story and the journey these characters have gone on is interesting. And so let's just get right into it. It's 3 in the morning. I don't know why they dropped these so early. Hey everyone, Editor Connor here. As you can see down here, this video is done and ready to go up on Wednesday. But fair use is too vague of a term, and YouTube and Disney kept blocking this video. I think I found a way around it. If you're watching this right now, obviously the video's still up. So now let's just jump right back into the reaction and pray for me in the future of this season.
Then you are a Mandalorian, no
For
more.
people who haven't watched Book of Boba Fett, they're probably sitting here wondering, what the heck is this? Curious what she's making, and curious who she'd be making it for, since they kicked out Mando during Book of Boba Fett. Oh, is it a new helmet for Paz? Or is this young Din Djarin? Okay, so this is young Din Djarin getting indoctrinated by these crazies. Oh. God damn. Oh. Oh, there's Mando. This isn't a flashback. This is just them indoctrinating more kids. Okay, cool.
If I visit the planet and I can bring you proof that I have bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, then by creed, the decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
There you go. Sounds like we've got our mission for this season, question mark? Even though, like I said in the Boba Fett video, Mando could go off on his own. There's plenty of other groups of Mandalorians who don't wear their helmet all the time. But oh well. What? Oh my god. That's a Purrgil. Watch Rebels if you haven't watched Rebels. That's really cool. See them traveling alongside the hyperlanes like that. Oh, and he's got a little way to get down there to Dad. I guess that makes sense. No, Navarro. Things look a lot nicer than they did before. A lot more green than there used to be. Nice. Made a statue of him since he helped Mando rid them of the Empire. Cool. Man, Grief just upgrades every time we see him. I love that Grogu's using the Force like every little kid would use the Force.
I'm Captain Dorian Shark. That Navarro is no longer friendly to pirates. Now get out of here.
Nice, they didn't just kill him. Send him packing and on his way. Oh, never mind.
Sure you want to let him go?
Mando's asking the real questions.
What about Marshal Dune?
After she brought in Moff Gideon, she was recruited by Special Forces.
And what came of Gideon?
And off she went, never to be seen again.
Like the healthy stipend, you'd make a very fine law.
I like the idea of offering Mando a position as a lawman on the planet. He did help them find peace from the Empire.
I need him back.
Excuse me?
I need a droid I can trust to help me explore Mandalore. And he's that droid.
Okay. Fair enough. Also remembering that this droid, besides before Season 2, is the only thing that's seen Mando without his helmet. Just if that would cause any grief with the creed and all that. I was gonna say he's gonna try to kill Grogu. Back to, oh my goodness.
Who?
The Ancillans.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess it makes sense. And they're already an existing species that we know works on droids in this universe. Oh.
I don't understand. Do you speak Huttese?
Mando, he said he can't fix it.
No, Grogu. Not a pet.
Grogu wants a child of his own. Taking off in his muscle car of a ship.
You can't just sneak away, cutting down 4 of my brothers in cold blood.
We get in a dogfight in the premiere too. Star Wars is so cool when it plays around with the ship fights. It's not really something we saw a lot of in the new trilogy, so it's cool to see here in the shows. Is he behind them? Goodness. That's so cool. Cool new design on that pirate, though. Is this where Bo-Katan is? Yeah, this is from the trailer. This is where Bo-Katan is. There she is. Okay, well.
Do you still have the saber?
Her efforts just falling apart.
I am going to Mandalore, so that I may bathe in the living waters and be forgiven for my transgressions.
You are a fool.
Okay, I was gonna say, she gonna acknowledge
There's
that.
nothing magic about them.
So, yeah, I think she does still hold some contempt, some blame for that. Pretty neat premiere, in my opinion. Good, solid. It's short. These episodes are always short. Right now, we're sitting here at 33 minutes. Even then, I talked for the first few minutes. So, yeah. Good premiere, though. Good way to set up this season and this storyline. Obviously, we're dealing with the idea of restoring Mandalore, going back to that. I thought this here was a flashback to Din Djarin being initiated into the Watch, but it's actually just a present day brainwashing, because as I've made clear in my other videos, I don't really like the Watch. I think they're bad. Well, they're a cult, they're a branch off from Death Watch, which from Clone Wars was a group that held Mandalore up to its ancient standards and fractured the planet, like Bo-Katan said in this episode. Most Mandalorians don't care about the whole helmet thing, but this group just can't get over it. And then they're attacked by this giant dinosaur thing, and they're only saved by Din flying in, which is cool to see. Even though they're ungrateful as hell, and the armor is still pouting about him taking his helmet off. Jawas can find anything, and apparently they traded this from someone, and it has some proof that Mandalore is not dead. So I say there's still something on the planet going for it. And so yeah. And so basically we get the exposition that we got also in Boba Fett, that, if Mando goes and bathes in the mines, then he'll be fine. He can come back and join the Watch again. Even though I don't know why he'd want to. And this scene was really neat. We got Grogu, and he's got those big old curious eyes. And what's he spot out there? But it's a Purrgil, which is something introduced in Rebel. They're these basically space whales that can travel at light speed, hyperspace. So it's really neat to see him here, traveling along the hyperlanes like this. Of course, the show's Dave Filoni. He's going to add that kind of stuff. These are his creation. And they might tie into future storylines with Ahsoka and all that. Not saying much beyond that. Go watch Rebels. And then, yeah, it was interesting to see Navarro that it's flourished. He said that they basically, started making some major money off of the natural resources now that the Empire's gone. The Empire's not mining them to shit anymore. And then, as always, these shows take such advantage of showing us just the street life of the Star Wars universe. Grief Cargo's such a fun one. Carl Weathers is wonderful as always. I mean, what can you say about the man? And it's interesting seeing Grief go from this character that, in the first season, he's kind of a little shady, as we kind of see in this episode, later on. But he's worked his way up, and now he's the Grand Magistrate of Navarro. Yeah, and the whole standoff with the pirates, that's fun. The idea of bringing IG-11 back is interesting. It's a fun one. I'm not sure if we've really seen a droid who's been so damaged beyond repair brought back. And this is a neat, fun little scene where he goes, it makes sense that he reverts back to that, Terminator, bounty hunter. I've praised the practical effects all the time, how I'm sure this is with some CGI additions, but also a puppet that they had on set. Nice to see the Incellans. It is an existing species we know of. While The Rise of Skywalker sure was a movie, so to say. One of those kind of moments where it's just nice to see, and it's funny seeing, like, Din, in their tiny little hole, and this whole bit with Grief Cargo is good. Also, Grogu trying to take home a pet of his own. The whole dogfight was cool. It was really cool seeing Mando kind of sneak up on these guys, and the way he zipped in and out of the asteroids. All cool stuff. And yeah, this pirate captain, I'm not sure I recognize this design from anywhere. He looks to be an original. It's cool. I can't tell if he's just got this stuff growing on him, or if it's part of him, Creature of the Black Lagoon, Swamp Thing kind of look. But these shows always have fun with their creature and character design. We end with this bit where they land here at the castle to go see a familiar friend. Well, maybe friend. And so we get Bo-Katan, who's kind of just sitting here, spiteful. I guess she has this castle because no one else wants it. Because originally in season 2, she was supposed to take the Darksaber from Gideon, but then Din ended up defeating him and taking it. And so, like she said, her forces, her effort to take Mandalore fell apart once Din took the Darksaber, because that's who they follow. And as you can see, she's not wearing her helmet, and she points out to Din that the watch is silly. Like I said, even she says it. Mando could go wave the Darksaber around right now and lead everyone. It doesn't matter that he took his helmet off. But he's determined. He's determined to still go back. And so I guess that's where we'll pick up next week, is either still the journey to Mandalore, or, well, I guess he's got to go get the part for IG-11. So those will probably be the shenanigans we see next. Whoever he's going to go to get those parts. Whether it's back to Tatooine to go see Peli, but I don't think so. At least I don't think they'd. Who knows? It feels a little too convenient for me, but who knows? And directed by Rick Famuyiwa. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. He's directed a handful of episodes in the past. His are always some of the best. Him and Bryce Dallas Howard always know what they're doing. And so yeah, I'm excited because he's got a few more this season, so let's see what he's got in the tank. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the first episode of Mando Season 3. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And if you want to see my reaction to the rest of the season, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when that video is up, and I'll see you in the next one.